When I hauled him aboard, for he turned out to be a boy of about 3 or 4 years old, he took one look at me and began to scream. Taking my coat off, I covered him and strained my eyes, searching for the man, his father I supposed, though I could barely see anything other than streetlights receding into the distance. I shouted, without response, except for an increased volume from the kid up front, whose screaming was already getting on my nerves and not helping in any way. No doubt he'd had a shocking and unpleasant experience, and I was trying to be sympathetic, but it was no way to carry on in an emergency. "Stiff up a lip, old chap," I said, with no effect whatsoever. The punt had begun bucking, rolling, shaking, and picking up speed towards the bright lights of town, and I guessed we'd drifted into the Fenderton Brook, its normal sluggish flow now a churning nightmare. With a lurch of horror and panic, I realised I had to get us out before it joined the river, but when I reached for the pole, it had gone. Dimly, I remembered a splash when I was rescuing the noisy, ungrateful brat up front, who didn't seem to care that we were drifting helplessly. I quickly discovered that swearing didn't help. But the worst thing, something that nearly made me go into a panic, that I had a horrible feeling that the brook joined the river just before the road bridge near the end of Dribbling Lane. With the height and ferocity of the waters, I really couldn't imagine us getting through there in one piece. In desperation, I knelt and paddled, my hands pulling frantically, but I might just as well have tried to propel a battleship with a button. I could now make out the course of the river, streaked with white foam where it was smashing into the bridge, and I guessed the arch below was completely submerged. We were cannoning towards it far too quickly, and there was nothing I could do to prevent a smash. I was going to be broken, or drowned, or both, and so was the boy. "Help!" I yelled, my voice loud, though cracking with fear. There was nothing else I could do, though I didn't really expect anything. However, a woman appeared on the bridge. "Are you all right?" she asked. Even in the midst of terror, I thought it a stupid question. Did I look as if I was all right? However, it was not the time for sarcasm. "No," I shouted above the river's roar, "and I have a child with me." "Then you should be ashamed of yourself." I bit down on a waspish response, lurched to the front end and picked up the kid, which at least stopped him screaming, though it started him kicking me in the stomach. The bridge was horribly close. "I'll throw him up." "You can't. I'll drop him." "No, you won't." "What's his name?" "Dunno." "Then what are you doing with him?" Her voice was sharp with suspicion. There was no time left. "Ready?" I screamed.